take a look at April and the energy that's coming up. We're going to start with the theme for the month. I'll talk about the numerology and the key astrology dates. We'll have a look at some of those events and their significance. And I'm also going to share angel cards for the month at the end and the guidance that's coming up there. So when I was tuning into the theme for the month, the key theme that was coming up was manifesting change. So April is all about manifesting change. So what does this mean? Well, this month we're moving from the passionate, fiery Aries energy into dependable, earthy Taurus energy. So we'll still have the Aries energy at play for the first few weeks of the month. And with this fiery, passionate energy, we are being called to take our power back. We're being called to really step into who we truly are, not seeing ourselves as limited, manifesting a better way of living and a better way of being. So not just about manifesting things in our lives, not just about acquiring something new, some new item of clothing or something that you might want. This is about a new way of being. This is like a sea change and part of our evolution, part of the evolution of our consciousness. So we're moving towards ascension, awakening. Everything is accelerating, and this will become clear when I talk about some of the astrology events coming up, because there's some key events during April. So it'll be a significant time for all of us. And what will happen is, as we move into the Taurus energy, it will help to ground that Aries fiery, passionate energy of creation and stepping up to what we truly know ourselves to be, and then grounding that into our reality. So even if it seems that at first nothing physical is changing or shifting, so much is shifting in the background, in the unseen realms, and to know that there is a lot going on. So let's have a look at the numerology for the month, because April is a 4-month. So 4 is a number that's associated with protection. It's also a sign that the angels are near. So 4 can indicate protection, structure, reassurance. Also, your angels reminding you to call on them, to ask for their help, and being reassured that all is well. Even if it doesn't appear so, just being reassured that all is well. So I'll touch more on this when we look at the astrology dates. So the key dates coming up are the 4th of April, we have the 4-4 doorway, the 6th with the full moon in Libra. Then on the 20th, we have the total new moon solar eclipse in Aries, huge event. And also we have Taurus season starting. And then on the 21st, we have Mercury retrograde till the 1st of May. So let's look at these in detail. So on the 4th of April, the 4-4 doorway, the angels will be encouraging us to call on them. They may be asking us to pay attention to certain structures in our life or in our relationships. Is this serving your highest good? Is this a structure that is for your highest divine benefit? And if it is, create from solid foundations from which to grow that structure. If it isn't, does it need to be demolished and rebuilt? So tuning in on the 4th to those questions, looking at the structures in your life and really assessing where you're at. Then following that on the 6th, we have the full moon in Libra. So Libra is, well, the full moon firstly is about healing and about release. And then Libra is all about relationships and particularly compassion. And I think compassion is something that, particularly in today's world, we are lacking. We're lacking compassion for ourselves, for others. It's all go, go, go. It's very, we're all very busy, driven. We're all striving to achieve. And compassion kind of gets left by the wayside. So we can work with the angel of Libra, Zuriel, to help us to build compassion, to help us to tune into compassion, to boost our own self-compassion first and foremost, And then to have compassion for others in our lives. The angel Zuriel works with Ariel also, who brings breath of life to blow away limiting beliefs, and also works with Haniel to boost self-compassion and self-appreciation. So you can call on Zuriel and Haniel and Ariel on the full moon to help you with building compassion for yourself, and also to help with relationships as well. And of course, I mentioned about structures and relationships on the 4th, so that theme is continuing on with this full moon. So then we have a little bit of respite until the 20th. Of course, there's other astrological events that are happening in between, but the major one that follows that is on the 20th. We have the total new moon solar eclipse in Aries, and we also have the start of Taurus season. So let's take a look at the total new moon solar eclipse in Aries first of all. So this is a huge event. So it's the second new moon falling in the sign of Aries. The previous new moon was also in the sign of Aries. So it's the second one in a row, which is quite unusual because usually it moves into the following sign. It should be in the sign of Taurus normally, but it's in the sign of Aries, and Taurus season starts that day, but the new moon is at its peak just before, when it's still in Aries. So we have that exaggerated Aries energy. We have the eclipse energy. And because it's a total solar eclipse, we have the sun energy and that total eclipse energy. So much going on. So the eclipse energy is all about the shadow, and it may bring out the shadow side of Aries, the aspects of Aries, which are known as the shadow side. So some of these aspects are being impulsive, short-tempered, self-centered, arrogant, restless, stubborn, impatient. So if any of those are coming up for you, they are coming up to be released. The eclipse energy is offering you a chance to let go. If you find you're being impatient or stubborn or restless, you're being offered a chance to release, and to release fully, to really deeply release those aspects of yourself. And it's also time to stop seeing yourself as being limited or flawed or frustrated, and start stepping into the truth of who you really are. And I talked about this at the start. I was saying that we'll be offered an opportunity to really shift into a new way of being. And I think this solar eclipse is going to be a really important part of that. So pay attention on the 20th, pay attention not just on the 20th, because of course the solar eclipse energy is going to be felt. It's going to be far reaching. It'll be felt throughout the month of April, even going into the month of May. They will be feeling the effects of this total solar eclipse. So really paying attention, and of course, being kind to yourself, tuning into what you need, and really giving back to yourself as well. And then we also on the same day have Taurus season starting on the 20th of April. And as the sun leaves Aries, Taurus energy will bring in that slower pace with the opportunity to relax and enjoy life. So Taurus being an earth sign, we move out of the fiery Aries sign, and we have this determined and dependable Taurian energy. So Taurus season is a very spiritual time. So we really get a chance to work with our angels, our guides, to ask them to support us, to show us the next step. And of course, we all know that Taurus energy is all about comforts and joys and the luxuries of life. So we have that slower pace, but we have an opportunity to indulge ourselves, in the comfort, to really enjoy life. Because I find sometimes when we're just constantly going, we don't stop to appreciate the good things in life. And there's good things everywhere, and every day there's always a moment of delicious goodness that we can stop to enjoy. And we often miss those moments because we're so busy going. And I'm totally to blame for this. I find myself sometimes running from one thing to the next. And it's when we just stop for a moment and appreciate. So that Taurus energy will help us to do that. But it's also going to help us to ground our dreams and desires into reality. So remember the theme for the month I was talking about, manifesting change. This will be a powerful manifesting opportunity with the solar eclipse energy. And then straight away following that, we have the Taurus energy coming in. So that's going to help to ground everything, to bring down that heightened energy and to really ground everything into this reality. So really interesting energy, really interesting opportunity with this solar eclipse and the Taurus season starting. And then the following day on the 21st, we have Mercury retrograde until the 1st of May. And Mercury retrograde is in Taurus, which of course is bringing that slower pace. And we associate Mercury retrograde with things slowing down anyway. And it's associated with communication. So often we can see that communication slows down. But I always say that it's an opportunity for, instead of outward communication, instead of talking and outwardly projecting your voice, it's time for inward communication. You're going back within yourself, and that communicating with your inner guidance, your heart, your soul, like going inwards. So what is coming up for Mercury retrograde is to embrace the downtime, embrace the time to be in that introspective energy, to embrace a little bit of those comforts and luxuries of life that the Taurian energy will be bringing. And yeah, just give yourself a break. So hopefully you allow that. And then we also have the angel cards. So I shuffled the pack. I'm using these heart and soul angel cards, and as usual, beautiful cards have come out, really interesting cards. And the first one that has come up is from Pagiel's suite of Heart's Desire Angels. And this card is Zephon. I think we might have had this card recently. So Zephon is guardian angel of awareness, and this is the card of appreciation of life and nature's secrets. So I think for me, what's coming up with this card is all about the energy of April, that kind of spring energy, and being in nature. And the guidance is Zephon offers you different levels of support according to your need. Firstly, he brings increased awareness of how to achieve your heart's desire. Perhaps you've been trying too hard to make something happen in life. Zephon's counsel is that you cannot force the pace, for such desire will only come about at the perfect time. I'm reminded about the pace of nature. Nature never rushes, it never forces, it's in perfect harmony. The flowers blossom when they're supposed to. They never rush, or they never are forcing themselves to blossom. It all just happens in perfect divine timing. So the next card that came up, which I love, is from the suite of Sacred Hallows light tools, and it is the gold and silver light broom. So this is a card of light cleansing, balancing inner and outer self. And the guidance is, from the abyss of everlasting light comes the broom, fashioned from gold and silver light beams, sweeper of the finite golden sands of this life and infinite silver seas of time itself. Choose how you wish to use this precious tool. The angels will help you as long as you ask with a loving, honest intent. If you make a decision to scour away past or present issues from your life, then use the broom's golden rays. See the glittering light sweeping powerfully around you, creating a clean and shining environment once more. So you can use this for your home, you can use it for yourself, your own energy field, you can use it for loved ones to cleanse their energy, obviously with their permission. So a beautiful card, beautiful energy to work with. And the third card, there's 4 cards that came up this month. So the third card that came up is from the suite of mystical animal guides. And this is the she-leopard of divine fire creation. So this is the card of tender fearlessness and heart forgiveness. And the guidance is, fearless she-leopard is an ancient feminine archetype. She embodies and emanates divine fire creation, showing the true power of red, attainable when the foundation or core of your being is fully balanced and harmonized. Masculine aspects of red are courage, justice, and empowerment, while feminine aspects are to be fearless yet tender, true to self, and deeply at peace. To attain this balance, she assists you to breathe your own red energy up from the base of the spine to interact with the heart, which is pink and soul blue. The colors combine to become the magenta blood rose, flower of life of the higher heart. So if you're called to work with the she leopard of divine fire creation, really beautiful guide, mystical animal guide to work with during April, and can help you to transcend fear and to really rise up and embrace the masculine and feminine aspects within. So the final card that came up, I was laughing when this one came up. This is from the suite of mystical animal guides as well. And this card is the solar lion with the ankh of the sun lords. And I thought, of course, this is going to come up with the total solar eclipse. And this is the card of igniting the sun within, true power of will and mind. And the guidance is indomitable lion of the solar lords reminds you that the sun provides life force energy and planet Earth exists under the solar logos. With yellow gold rays, he helps you unlock the true force of will and intent. First, work with him to ignite the power of the Earth Sun by breathing it into your solar chakra and extending it then to revitalize all energy centers. Now, for loving intent, breathe in moon power to balance through the heart. This is the key to step to healing mastery of body and mind. So really lovely animal guide to work with on this solar eclipse, and breathing in that beautiful sun rays and the moon energy. And yeah, just really asking for whatever you most need to be gifted to you with the solar lion, with the ankh of the sun lords. So I hope you will work with that energy and that you will take advantage of the opportunities that are coming up with these astrological events in April, with the opportunity to manifest change on new levels, to really transform your life, and not just your life, but your being, and to step into a higher way of being. So thank you so much for being here as usual. I will see you in the next episode coming very soon. Bye-bye.